Hi there, my name is Jessica Burgess and I'm a psychologist and a life coach that has just joined the Thriving Now team. Today I'm going to be talking to you about mindfulness, the 5 core components, and I will be leading you through a beautiful guided meditation at the end, so stick around. So, what is mindfulness? Mindfulness is the ability to keep our attention on our current experience moment by moment and approach it with this experience with a lack of judgment and with openness and curiosity. This is a whole practice in itself for a reason. This is not an easy skill, as we are habitually used to believing most of the thoughts that come into our mind and reacting to our environment rather than responding to it. Mindfulness is not a relaxation method. It's not easy or difficult. It just is an experience. It's not a religion. It's a scientific evidence-based way to better manage our thoughts and be here now. Mindfulness has its roots in Buddhism, so it's been around for quite some time. We're talking 2,500 years. We have a lot of avid meditators in our midst, and for good reason. This can really help us take back the power and consciously choose thoughts and beliefs that are going to serve us without getting hooked. So, what are the 5 core components? Great question. The 5 components are attention, open awareness, acceptance, non-identification, and choice. So let's quickly run through those. So, attention. The attention component involves paying attention to what occurs in this moment. I'm talking about awareness of our thoughts, our physical sensations, our emotions, and our feelings. I invite you in this moment, where is your attention at? Have you been thinking about something else? Maybe you got some lunch coming up, or maybe you're distracted by situations that are going on in your environment, or maybe your fight-flight response is going on because of the pandemic. Where is your attention at as I'm talking? And what's your body doing in that state? What are your thoughts doing? What are your feelings doing? And emotionally, where are you at? Now, the second component, open awareness, is when we have an awareness of our nature to judge. So often we will label thoughts and beliefs as either good or bad. But a thought is just a thought. It's literally just a string of letters and a sentence in our head or a picture that we've chosen to believe and make our truth. So as we're being mindful, we learn to drop the labeling as something being good or bad, and we just observe it for what it is, which is a thought or just a feeling. We take away the meaning. So the next one is acceptance. With acceptance, we just accept our current experience for what it is. There's not a struggle and a resistance. There's no trying to change what's going on for you right now. Rather, we breathe into it and we just let it be. With no identification, we know that we are not our emotion or our thought. It's just a thought, or it's just a feeling, which is a byproduct of a belief that we have. So when we experience sadness, we don't say, oh, I am sad. It's like, oh, that's just the emotional state of sadness. I experience sadness, not I am sad. Or with anger, I experience the emotion of anger. I notice I am angry is a better alternative than I am angry. Because when we say I am, we are identifying with that state. The thing with emotions is that if we can acknowledge them and experience them fully, they will come and go. It is when we push them away or try and block them that they build up and then they come out in a bit of an explosion, or that triggered stress response, and all of a sudden you're doing and saying things that don't line up with the person that you want to be. The final component is choice. We have the choice to not let a state take us over. We have a choice to not respond in a negative way to our anger. We have a choice to not react to our environment, but stay in control. So when we be mindful, as we get awareness of what we're doing in the here and now, instead of acting impulsively and just doing, we take conscious action that will take us where we want to go. So there's a difference. Conscious behavior, not automatic, natural behavior. See, the more that we practice a conscious behavior that is in line with the person you want to be, eventually that becomes your normality. And that automatic behavior that wasn't helpful and actually potentially damaging to yourself and others, we can let that go. And eventually that will become the unnatural response. So, does this sound easy to you? No, because I wouldn't be a therapy about it if this was that easy. So the reason that this practice is so difficult is because we operate as a mindless society for the most part. We get up in the morning, same routine, same side of the bed, similar conversations, same people. We go to bed the same way, all without thinking and being right here, right now. We don't use our senses to absorb this moment. We're often preoccupied thinking about the very next thing, either a thought in the future, what if? What will happen if this happens? How will my future be? What can I control? Or we tend to ruminate about the past, thinking about unpleasant situations or really good times, but in a way that maybe doesn't serve us, where we're trying to hold on to those good times through a memory. Both of those things in moderation can be okay. But when we get an unhealthy balance where we're spending too much time in those future thoughts or too much time with thoughts about the past, we can then start experiencing high levels of stress, anxiety symptoms, and depression symptoms, or PTSD symptoms. So we need to use mindfulness to anchor us to what is here right now. You may have noticed that I've used the word anchor quite a few times, and that's because that's what mindfulness is. It's an anchor back to the present moment, but we can use our breath, sound, an object, or a thing, a memory, a trigger, a reminder to bring us back to the here and now. It's a reminder, I need to be here. What can I feel? What can I see? What is real in this moment? What is my body actually doing? So now we're going to transition into our guided exercise. I hope this has been helpful for you. Just a quick summary of some of the really important components that can transform the way we relate to our thoughts and beliefs. With this next little part, I'll take you into a grounding exercise. So we're going to increase our awareness and our consciousness by using all our 5 senses to be here now. And then we're going to end it with a body scan. Now, the body scan is designed to help you become familiar with your body sensations, because often we experience an emotion, but we can't even tell where it is in our body because we're disconnected from that. Or we do notice a sensation somewhere, but if we were to bring our attention somewhere else, we'd realize we're feeling different things that we hadn't noticed before. Our emotions and messages, and our body is just trying to communicate with us. So thank you so much for watching. This practice can be done either on a chair, in a relaxing environment, or you might like to have it lying down. I really encourage you to set up an environment conducive to trigger relaxing thoughts and peace that reminds you to be peaceful. So maybe take 5 minutes to just set that up. But yeah, thank you.